Shoot. Let's try this again. Okay, that's fun. Okay. What? All right, all right, all right. Let's see if we got anybody in the bush house already. So, if anybody hops in the bush house, let me know. Write me a note, say hello. Just going to chillax for a while before I send out all my little like shares. See who just pops in naturally, because I anticipate we will get a few popping in. Like Dane from Tokyo. I know that because he retweeted my, liked or retweeted the tweet I did that I was having a live stream. Boom, boom, boom. And I got my notepad so I can take notes. Calculator so I can calculate how fucking rich I'm going to be. Excuse the language. For young ears, I hope no young ears are listening. And something else for the collectibles room. It's kind of fun. I picked up a little while ago. I'll share that later. So in the meantime, why don't I go ahead and share this? I'm going to move this out of the way so I can do this quicker and share this with some folks. Cool. About to show up. So, Jeff is around. Cool beans. What's up, Jeff? I take it you are watching. Had not seen you a while in the bush house. Jeff, are you here? All right, let's go back. Jeff, my brother from another mother, down in Fort Myers. I'm real curious to see how he is doing several months after Hurricane Ian. Kind of funny, I was talking about it today. And you know, I can still look outside and see debris stacked for pickup right out in front of my office. Crazy stuff. And somebody named that movie in my GIF that I sent. One of the classic Christmas movies of all time. It is hilariously funny. All right, let's go to messages. I got a couple of people in, which means I don't, or they know about it, so I don't have to share. Marco's probably asleep. Brent, I thought was going to be here last time. And he must have gotten busy. So let's send to Brent. Marco, I know Fernando's going to show up. Make me laugh. Cool. Pop. Some. Oh, good grief. Todd's always busy, but I'll send it to him anyway. Daniel already knows about it. No. Get Daniel in here. Daniel cracks me up. He sends the funniest reply gifts to my tweets. They're so much fun. Like one was, he sent, few people know about Jeremiah Johnson, but he does. I haven't seen Marvin in a while. And Marvin. Chad, who's at the bar, but we'll see if Chad wants to swing by. Or at the beach, probably at the bar because it's cold. Cold, cold, cold. We actually have a wind chill advisory. It's going to get down to 37 degrees. Let's see if Ricky's around. Ricky, brother. He has not been in the live stream in forever. All right, that'll do it for just a tad, and we'll come back. Got to have somebody here. Dane, what's up, brother? Cheers to you, my friend. How is Tokyo? Merry ho ho is indeed right. So, is there Christmas spirit in Tokyo? I know Japanese are really fond of the American culture in a number of ways. They like to dress up as cowboys. They like the karaoke and stuff like that. Is it cold in Tokyo? I imagine it is because I always heard that Tokyo, whether as Atlanta, Georgia, and Atlanta was awfully cold right now, and it's cold on Venice Island. But it ain't snowing. I had to call going to order the traditional KFC dinner for Christmas. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I love it. The traditional KFC dinner for Christmas. 0 degrees and sunny. Whoa, mama, golly, that's cold. God, 0 degrees. I would not last 2 minutes there. At least the sunshine helps, you know. Actually, I made about a Publix deli sandwich for dinner tonight. Yeah, I heard about the. My son told me about the KFC being a Christmas tradition. He knows. My son knows absolutely everything anywhere in this country, anywhere in the world. I kid you not. It's like a walking encyclopedia of culture. So he showed me the whole KFC thing for Christmas. And I think he said it dated all the way back to that KFC did a commercial a long time ago and it stuck. And, you know, so yeah, I think that is the coolest story. Yeah, I did a deli sandwich from Publix tonight. And it's the only time I get to eat vegetables because I load it up with a bunch of veggies and I get 2 meals out of it. So it's a big thing. So dinner tonight and dinner tomorrow night. But on Christmas, I'm going to, I got a crock pot for cooking and it's the coolest thing. It's so easy. It's like little work. So I'm going to do like a dry rub pork barbecue in there with a dry rub. Throw it in there. It's delicious. So I'm going to do like a Mexican Christmas. So I got some blue corn tortilla chips, make my amigo nachos. I'm going to do a quesadilla dip. I made a queso in the crock pot a few days ago, and damn, it was the bomb. And I figured out I was going to use queso cheese, and I bought some, and I bought it such a long time ago, I forgot to use it. So I looked in the fridge. I was going to use it, and it kind of got some air in it. And I said, no, I can't use this. So ended up using some really good, like yummy cheese. And it's like creamy cheese. And it was so good. The only thing I was missing was fresh jalapeno. I got that tonight, so I can kick it up a notch. All things XRP. Are you excited? You know, one thing that's kind of curious note is that Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz have been kind of like going back and forth with the 589 and 985 and saying that something's going to be big for Christmas. I have no idea. And then, thanks to somebody over on Twitter, this morning, it's real interesting, sent me a tweet, a direct message. See if I can find it. Oh, it's James. I think he changed his Twitter handle. It used to be James Mule. I recognize the picture of him, or the picture he has in his profile, but now it says shoe up or something like that. Oh, back to the tweet. He said, and it's kind of interesting because James only been in crypto for about a year, and I was just saying how 2 years since I've been in it for 2 years, and right after I got in, like a month after I got in, then the SEC case, and I just said the SEC case has just worn me down. Unbelievable. It has exhausted me. Also cost me a lot of XRP because I had a very expensive year. Anyway, it was talking about this guy called Bish broke down bearable guys riddle. And the short of it is that the Christmas anyway, it's like a different religion's Christmas. It ends up being on January 6th and January 7th for a different culture. So that could be the date that they're alluding to for a good Christmas is actually January 6th and January 7th. I got a full belly and cold beer. So, the way I look at it, we're not going to get settlement now. And then also with this thing with the bearable guy talking about something's going to happen. And then I replied to James, I said, well, does that mean that we're just going to get a price spike? Just a pump in the price, or a settlement, or a flip of the switch moment? To which we know none of the above. One thing we do know that will happen, that is inevitable, is a settlement. And there is one fun date that somebody tweeted out is January 3rd. How that comes into play is starting on January 3rd, Congress can subpoena the Hinman emails and get them out in open air. So if SEC does not want that to happen, then they would be inclined to settle. So doesn't mean that January 3rd is when they all come back from the holidays. I don't think they're going to be cracking right away on that. So I think they'll probably have a couple of days. So anyway, settlement in anywhere between now and end of March, in my humble opinion. So we got roughly 100 days. Someone did also say, well, maybe it'd be in April. Mid-April, sometimes in April, that could happen too. And last but not least, BitBoy, which I shouldn't even bother mentioning him, said that he kind of thought it would be in Q2. And Q2 would, of course, be April, May, June. I sure hope it's March 31st. If anybody else is watching, I guess I can find out who's watching. I think I just got one. Oh, it may show me that I only have one person watching. That'll be interesting. I'm going to go check. Maybe everybody is busy shopping. All right, we're going to send out a few more tweets. Oh, let's get Captain over here if he can swing by. And hopefully he will share. I'm going to put this over in Captain's. He's got a big audience. I'm dragging. That's cool. Yeah. I got to get Kurt over here. What am I thinking? Where are you, Kurt? Kurt will like that. I'll make him laugh. There he is. Get him over here. Oh, no, I'll make him laugh. And I'm super excited, Dane, because I'm going car shopping starting next Friday. So excited. And also I get to back up the truck. And actually, I was talking to Marco and follows me on Twitter, also over in Telegram. And anything, shoot, we're probably at what, 35 cents right now. I'm kind of curious to see where the price is. $3-4. I kind of agree with Working Money Channel, who's just saying, hey, look, trying to time bottoms. $0.35. So it is basically flat on the 1 hour and just slightly up by a percentage on the 24-hour. And Bitcoin at 16,818 is just flat. Ethereum at 1221, also flat. I did make a list of watching this guy. I've seen him down before. He's down in Australia. He does a pretty good job. He had a fun tweet by Crypto Bull, who I follow up on Twitter. And he was saying, from the low to the top was like from 0.03 cents to $3.84. It's like a 10,000x. And everybody said that, they thought he was crazy. And he's saying, well, we go from a 35-cent XRP to a $200 XRP. How's that for size? Wouldn't that be grand? There was someone, it might have been eggnog Crypto or Dark Defender, and they were talking about potential fib extensions that we could reach. And first one was $26, and then a pullback, and that would be the $26 would be right around spring, and then pullback, and then the next one I think it was I guess it was around November, I think, for that next little pump, and he had it at $200, 243, something like that. That would be absolutely insane. Makes me want to get my calculator out and calculate the wealth. Yeah, it's a lot of wealth. We'll see if Fernando shows up in a few minutes. He should. His number one thing to say is, "Where's my guitar?" Followed by Thailand. And I gather he apparently really, really likes Thailand. So this is my collectible I got. You recognize that? Playboy. This is Marilyn Monroe. When I first saw this was at the place I go up to on the island. It's got like old stuff. And it was sealed. And I thought, oh, that's from the like original one from like either in the 1950s or 1960s. I said, that's got to be worth a lot of money. So that's how much it was. And they were behind the counter and they told me, I said, all right, I'll buy it. I said, that's a lot of fun. Plus it kind of goes with my whole affinity for mid-century modern, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all that stuff. Johnny Carson. Come to find out, it's 1997. So I guess I'll just have to take time to read that later, because I just read it for the articles. Yeah. And it won't be a minute too soon for me to get, oh, we got 3 people in the house. Who else has shown up? I got 4 people watching. If you're in the Bush House, let me know. Tell me who's there, even if it's just for a quickie. I never noticed right up in front of me. It tells me how many people are bored. The comments may be delayed for you to type a comment, just by the way, so you have to be a little patient with that. But just say hi or what's up or whatever, and then I'll see who's watching. I'm assuming James Mule, you're probably there for a few. Man, this beer is going down all too easy. It's about time to get a second one. Everybody ready for Christmas? I'm going to have my sons come over on Saturday. Bandana International. Hey, dude, Merry Christmas from Oxford, UK. Cheers to you, my friend. Merry Christmas to you as well. I imagine it's rather chilly in the UK. How cold are you in Oxford? And what a great, delightful town for you to hail from. Bandana International. I like that handle. We're chilly on Venice. We actually have a wind chill advisory. So we're going down to 37. And then we're going to probably, with the wind chill, probably be, below 32. But nothing like what Dane Brown is enduring in Tokyo at 0 degrees and sunny. But if you had sunshine, that always helps. So back to XRP. What you guys want to talk about? It was very cold, but Hey, Kurt, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I got a better last couple of days. Good to hear. What's up, Kurt? How you doing, brother? I'm fired up. I'm super fired up to be holding XRP for a lot of different reasons. One is anticipation of backing up the truck next week. I was just checking the price. Price of XRP is 35. And, you know, I'm going to probably split the baby and good. And oh, you're in Hope Sound. You're working over there. How that's cool. How often do you go over there? Do you just go over for a few days? One day a week. That's right. You mentioned that. So you just, do you drive, stay the night and come back? I take it. So you drive in early, work a day, and then you return home the following day, drive back after you sleep over somewhere. So yeah, I'm excited about adding to my position on XRP starting next week, but staying at my dad's this time. Well, that's cool. Are you going to spend Christmas? Are you going to spend Christmas with him? Does that say FXRP? What's that? What's FXRP? So yeah, I'm planning on adding to my position, taking part of what, and just go ahead and get into position, but also biding my time because I think we're going to hit some, Bitcoin's going to have one last dump. And actually, I may hold off and just get like 25% minted on Flare. FXRP. Has that launched already? Are you able to do that now? Or just something you learned about? Because, man, I'm biting at the bit to jump in and do that. Gonna mine me some digital dirt. Yeah, I want to mine me some digital dirt too. No, after Flare launch. That's right, January 9th. I think Daniel's in the house. That is so exciting, man. I cannot wait. And Kurt, if you find out that we can do this off of our ledgers, let me know. I guess, we could probably pose that question to the Flare community and also over up on Twitter, Yeah, I did it with my Songbird for a while, so I know how to do it. So I did it. I minted Songbird for some time, and then I parted with all my Songbird. That was over in my on my Bifrost, but then I bought back some Songbird over on BitTrue, so I could always move it back over to my Bifrost and start doing it. I think I'm going to do that because it's kind of a long-term hold. Oh, this is kind of fun. The guy that's in Australia, I was talking about other assets. I was, going to take smaller decent sized positions in some other coins. We all know about these, but I was listening to this guy's list over in Australia, and some of these, would have done, like I had ADA and I did good on ADA. I think I got a 3X on ADA, but he was holding, and he just called for his use case utility coins. Here's the list of what he was holding. I've asked Ledger, we'll let you know. Okay, cool. XRP, ADA, AVAX. Here, Kevin Cage talked about AVAX a lot. Chainlink. So those are two I don't know a lot about. Algo I'm very familiar with because it's in the ISO. Quant I'm also familiar with. It kind of mooned, but I think it's coming back down towards a decent price maybe for entry point. And then the price outlook looks good for that. XLM, of course, HBAR, of course, IOTA, which I don't own any of. I'm not even sure where the entry point would be for that one, but obviously in the ISO as well. XDC, which I love. I want to take a heavier position in that. Casper, want to take a heavier position in that because I think it's going to moon. And then also he mentions one I have heard before, and I've had some people tweet me about, was LCX. And I've also had some people reach out to me about ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. And the guy that does that, what's his name? I can't think of him. He's out in Hawaii, and he's entertaining. And then Alliance Block. I don't have any Alliance Block, but who I hear talk about Alliance Block a lot is King Solomon. King Solomon talks about Alliance Block a good bit. Time for me to grab another beer. You guys talk among yourselves. I need another cold one. I'm back. You order a Stacks yet, dirt. Is that the new? Oh, that's the new ledger they came out with. That looks interesting. I saw that. And I stepped into Walgreens as well tonight just to see if there was wanted to buy like a Santa hat, And I thought maybe I'd find them. They didn't have much less, this close to Christmas. They a lot of times they'll mark them down. But they have a little health wellness magazine that's local. But I did find Santa's helper, so I want to find Santa's helper and have her under my tree. That'd be nice for Christmas morning. I mean, that's kind of that'll do. Oh. I like your pyramid picture. Wish I thought of that pose when I was there. What are you talking about in reference to that pyramid picture? Yeah, Kurt knows this. Digital Dirt. We hung out. He came over last weekend. A lot of fun. Had a blast. And he's eyeing some stuff I have in my office. One is I have a tuxedo. And I said, yeah, when I have the party, I'm going to be putting on the penguin suit. I got one that's black and one that's white. The one that's white's really sharp. I like that one. Actually, I got a third one that I got not too long ago. And then also hanging on the doorknob, there's like a bathing suit and a Mickey Mouse for women's t-shirt with Mickey Mouse on it. And then a hoodie from Animal Kingdom. And I said, yeah. I said, that's for the girlfriend I haven't met yet. Those stacks look kind of interesting. You know, Kurt, I'd like to see where, there's a couple of ways. I was thinking about being able to off ramp because, like, I was thinking about getting a debit card directly tied into, like my cold storage. And do you guys know any like the global ID card, if you can use that? There's some other ones I've seen. I wonder if you can tie that into your cold storage, if you can tie it into Ledger. I got EliPal, of course. And then, but even if I can't, my Uphold's got a credit card. And then also I have a deposit from Uphold back to my Wells Fargo. Same thing with Kraken. I can just move it back to my Wells Fargo. But, there are times you want that immediate access. So I'd like to get one more layer of a credit card just besides Uphold. My Camel Guide gets credit for that. Your camel's name was Mickey Mouse? That is too funny. One of my favorite quotes is from the Indiana Jones movie with Sean Connery, and he says, "If you are Scottish Lord, then I am Mickey Mouse." I must say, at least I'm happy that it feels like Christmas. It's not a lot of fun if it's 90 degrees outside and it's Christmas. One, two, three. So let's do this. Let's go to round table. When do you guys see, here's the loaded question. When do you predict a $10 XRP? Or no, I'll reverse that. This is real interesting. Why do you think the price of XRP is after settlement? And I'll tell you an observation that one of the YouTubers put. Price of XRP after settlement. Like if it happened tomorrow and we have a 35-cent XRP right now, where does price go? $7 to $28. So sweet. Yeah, 7 would be, I'd be really, really content with 7. I could get some stuff going. Some days, I tell you, some days I feel like Like some days I feel like we're going to have. Yeah, I got the XRP card. I like it. But then I just think, man, what if something happens to that one? You know, and I like have two ways to get crypto off of an exchange, like two cards. So I'd like to get a second one. I've heard of Global ID. That's one. And then there's another one. There's one that's black. James Rule uses it and he talks about it. Oh, that's fun. Chad sent me. I always say the best Christmas movie is Die Hard. Of course, I had Christmas Vacation, and he sent me a gift from Die Hard with a little ho ho ho. That's pretty good. LOL. All right. Sounds cool. Merry Christmas to you, friend. So some days I'm thinking I'm going, even with the $10 XRP, especially a $28 XRP, and I'm thinking, by March, April, we have a 28 XRP. It's like, wow. And then other days I feel like it ain't going to happen. It's going to take forever. And then when I was watching Working Money Channel this morning, that's funny, Michael Jackson. Working Money Channel said if there was a settlement right now that XRP would blast off to $1.14. Seriously. Hmm. What's the settlement terms? Yeah, that has a lot to do with it too, I suppose. One other thing, David Schwartz was making an interesting comment. Someone talking about price and settlement and, how long everything takes. And he was saying, hey, look, it really depends upon, when, how soon that regulations are ushered in would have a lot to do with it. No, and not about the price. This was about if the SEC appeals. And he says, well, that's dependent upon how long it takes for regulations to be ushered in. If they lose the case, for example. And do this. Quick. Well, it's funny. I usually do a nightly walk after dinner every night without fail. It helps with my digestion. It just makes me feel good. It's good for you to do anyway. Not tonight. Not going to do it. So not only is it chilly, it's very windy out there. Same. Is anybody new that just popped into the Bush House? I see maybe there are one or two people that are new that have shown up that are here. If you are here and you haven't said hello, put a little comment in the comment if you're able to. Might be that you can't because you're driving or something like that, and that's okay too. So seriously, Working Money Channel saying, "Oh, go to $1.14." So I'm thinking, man, I can't get my goals done with that. It's like I really do need a $10 XRP in order to start thinking about getting my building for sure. And that's the one thing that I need assistance with. A $30, $28 XRP would be a lot better though, for sure. Yep. Well, it was funny is because I've been also thinking about other stuff that I was going to buy, which included a house. And I found some stuff that I really want, one or two I really want, and they're not cheap gals. So I definitely need more like a $28 XRP for those. But it'd be kind of wild. It's like I never dreamed that it was like, oh, I could ever think about buying XYZ. Can be like that for a lot of us. Man, a lot of FUD in the street. This is kind of interesting too. It's like everybody's still talking about how we could hit a lot of people predicting lows. I do think there's consensus that Bitcoin will touch at the very least 14,000 and somewhere between 14,000 and 10,000. Optical Art, who I follow a lot, he's saying 9,000 Bitcoin. And he moved his date from the end of January, beginning of February, to that being hit at the end of February. So he pushed it out a little bit, probably by about 3 to 4 weeks. But I've been having the most fun looking at cars online. Has me super, super excited. And I'm changing up kind of what I want to do because I was thinking, it's like, well, for one, if there's a crash in Bitcoin and the economy, and we have it around anywhere from the end of January into February, one of the things that will take it on the chin is a lot of things, real estate, car, stuff like that. So want to push off buying. So I kind of wanted, I think I'm going to not buy as much of a car as initially I was thinking about last week, and just kind of get this other car and the car that I really want. I think I want to at least have a $4 XRP before I get the car that I really want. Because then I want all my fiat to go into crypto as much as I can. It's amazing because a huge difference how much XRP you have to part with from a 40-cent XRP to a $4 XRP. It's a 10x. Anybody have any travel holiday plans? Well, I already know that, Kurt, you're over in Hobe Sound, as it is correctly pronounced. Hobe Sound's such a hole in the wall. one of those towns. If you didn't know, you can drive through it. I'm not sure if it's changed, but I drove through there a long time ago. And it's like, you really don't know the town that you wouldn't know it, that you're driving through it. And, it's not much of a really gel of a city. There he is, like clockwork. Well, kind of like clockwork. A little late to the dance, but yes, per my prediction, as always, where's my guitar? It'd be in the other room. How you doing, Fernando? Glad you could hop aboard and pop in. I was talking about you earlier. I said, yeah, first thing you're going to say is, where's my guitar? And the second thing you like to say is Thailand. What you know, my brother from another mother out in California. We can talk about when you're going to retire. We can pontificate on your retirement if you'd like. Because if retirement is a, let me ask you this. It's 8 o'clock now. I started, yeah. I got a head start. I started a little bit after 7, and it's about 8 o'clock now. So I thought it'd be more like 7:30, but I was able to get back and eat dinner and all that a little bit quicker. So I started at 7:05, roughly 7:10, maybe somewhere around there. So it's about 20 minutes early. But no worries. I am about to almost finish with beer number 2. Where's Amy? She working in school? Oh, question for you, Fernando. Can you retire off of a $7 XRP? Would you retire off of a $7 XRP? And could you? This is not my fidget spinner anymore. It's my Ripple fidget spinner. Waha. No, it'd have to be $10. $10 is your magic number. Yeah. So yeah, a couple of things. One, settlement, summary judgment, my humble opinion, no later than the end of March. Very latest, like middle of April. There you go. What happens after settlement happens in price. That's the $1 million question that I cannot wait to find out. I was watching Working Money Channel. It kind of pissed me off because he's going, if we had settlement, and he's got his cadence he speaks in, if settlement were to happen today, what we would likely see in the price of XRP from its current price of 35 cents is that it would go up to $1.14. Like that does us any good. But I'm inclined to think with settlement, even if you just isolate, well, for your one, you got to realize that ISO 222 goes live into March. And people can use it, But the thing I hang my hat on is Bank of America. And if Bank of America goes live. And then you think about the partnerships that haven't been announced, people that have been sitting on the sidelines to wait using it, probably, maybe remittance companies. I don't know. One thing I kind of do believe right now is that the atomic settlement, that is the flip the switch moment, that there will absolutely be a flip the switch moment between all of these banks. And they're not going to go until everybody else is ready to go. So it's just like the Kentucky Derby, they're all jockeying into place. And even though they're ready, they're waiting on the other horses to jockey in so that they can just all go on one big moment. At least with CBDCs, at least with that. But then, and also with Swift, or just if you take Swift, I take that back. If you take like Swift, Swift is tied into 14,000 banks. That's a lot of banks. So 14,000 banks all of a sudden started to use it. One thing's for sure, is that it doesn't really matter. It's like, take your pick, whether, for me, when in doubt, zoom out, just look at one or two dates that we have massive, massive price appreciation. And it's not as far off as it feels like it is right now. Either this November or November 25. Of course, that's not mean that we're waiting for $10. We will have our $10 XRP by, let's just call it by the end of June. But we could see, if not a $28. A lot of people saying with settlement, we could see like a $28 XRP. That'd be so beautiful. That's almost 3 times that $10 amount. Isn't that just yummy? I could do so much with a $20 XRP. That would be worst case. Don't, if I put a percentage of that, that's on the outlier. I go with James Finland with Finland Law. He's saying settlement summary judgment before or no later than March 31st. So there's really like the heavy weighted percentage. 10% wrong, it goes all the way till the end of June. So that's the outlier. So really more like that 80-90% is in that between now. It could happen in January. It could very well happen in January. It could happen, maybe it's March 31st. Who knows? So like I always said, when you least expect it, never go into retire. Don't you feel that way? I just think about that. It's like I had a day. It was probably yesterday. And I'm just thinking, I got to rethink everything that I'm doing. Because, I've been wrong and wrong and wrong. I thought, XRP, the year, 2022, the year of XRP. Sure as I'm sitting here, we'll have a $10 XRP by Christmas latest. Nope. So I thought, man, I got to just change what I'm doing big time. A lot of my strategies, so much. So now I'm just kind of thinking, I'll pretend that XRP is going to stay at 35 cents for the next freaking year. That's my strategy now. It's like, but by the same token, I'm just going to try to just accumulate more. I'm going to swing trade. I'm going to start swing trading a lot more. And then the other thing is that I'm going to do other stuff, bring in income. And the other big thing that I can't wait about, we're talking about earlier, when Flare launches, you can wrap and mint XRP into what's called an FXRP, which is an F asset, and earn passive income. So, just take 10%, just say whatever you have. And if you have 80,000 XRP and you can earn 10%, then you can earn 8,000 XRP for free. Not bad during the course of the year. And of course, that's without compounding. So you compound it, it'd be even more than that, probably be at least 10,000 XRP. Actually, Fernando, I actually decided I was talking about, you weren't here, but I was just saying, kind of rethought. I was real biting at the bit to get the car that I wanted, right? I said, I'm just going to flat out go for the top of the food chain. And then I got to think about today. And I said, no, I can kind of find a middle ground, and I'm buy a lot less expensive one that gets the job done, turn heads, has a great sound, and I can spend a whole lot less because I really don't want to part with either cash or XRP to get that other car. At the very least, I won't get the other car until I have a $4 XRP. I'll just wait. But the one I'm going to get starting next, I'm going to start shopping. If I can find it on Friday, next Friday, I'll be driving in it. But it's not the one I was going to show you. That one's got to wait. But still, this one rocks. You'll like it too. This one's still a sexy car. It's a head turner. It will give me game. Super sexy car. But maybe if we all have the mindset that it's never going to happen, it will happen. Keep in mind, Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz were saying that something about Christmas is going to be good. And I was reading, I got DM this morning from one of my followers talking about Bearable Guy and his riddles, and that Christmas in another different culture lands on January 6th and 7th. So they were kind of speculating that maybe that settlement could happen the first week in January. Possible we have a settlement first week in January, and they both know about it. You know, because it's kind of funny, because this cracks me up too, because one, both David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse, they're just totally fun. It seems like to work for them would be totally fun. It's like they know how to have a good time, which is really entertaining. He's like, when he's in front of the news, he's spot on. He nails it. He crushes it. But then in the background, when he's on Twitter, he's having a blast, and he's having so much fun, and he's really a colorful person. And so he's doing the whole riddles, and as you well know, up on his Twitter account, he has 589 followers, and David Schwartz has 589, and then David Schwartz has 985, which is the 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. It's reverse. So they know something that we don't. I will say that, because David Schwartz has never been wrong. I only wish I would have listened to him more back when he was saying stuff like, hey, if you're in profit, you might want to take profit. And I'll never forget, because I was staring at XRP at like $1.60. I had sell orders at 2, take some profit at $2. It never got quite close to the fire. I think it got to like $1.81 or something. But when he said that day, I'll never forget it. And I was kind of rolling back in my head about him saying that. And I was with, BC Backer, thought it was going to go to $10, and we're just about ready to zoom off and take off. And so now I wish I would have taken some off the table. I think one of the reasons why I didn't is was because of my Gala trade. I had Gala, the game coin, and it's my best trade. I got a 10x, which is turning 1,000 into 10,000. I forgot how much. I put a lot into it, but what happened was I knew the target I wanted it to hit, which was the last one was the 10x. But I staged out all my profits. So I was taking bigger chunks out, and I only left a little bit at 10x, which I took. And I sold that last little bit. And then the darn thing did a 60x. And so I was like, well, shoot, I wish I would have left another 10%. It's like, when do you know that it's over? Because then look at it. Gala came right back down now. It just fell out. The bucket fell out and fell down to the bottom again. It's about kind of close to where I first bought in, not far from it. What's Amy doing, by the way? How low can XRP still go? Good question. Here are 2 targets that I'm looking at buying at. One is just right at that 30-cent range, 31 cents. I think I got 31 cents. I got a couple of like places to buy in. I got 3 of them. 31 cents, 23 cents, and 17 cents. So those are where I'll stage buy orders. 31, 23, and 17. And does it hit the 17? I don't know. The 20 to 25 has always been a big, huge accumulation zone. But if you lose that, then the next little support level was always at 17. That's where I got my lowest buyback right after the SEC lawsuit. It was 17 cents. You could have a wick all the way down to 13 cents, if not 11. And that's just on a wick, in my humble opinion. But it's just kind of like people predicting Bitcoin price. I was talking about that earlier, that Bitcoin probably will see 14,000. Maybe it's at the end of January and sometimes in February. And it could go as low as like the 10,000 mark. And some people predict it'll go all the way down to 3,000. The chance of that happening is very, very slim. So one guy I do follow says that he thinks that Bitcoin could hit 9,000. That just might be on a wick. Because a lot of times when you watch people, like almost all the chart guys, they will chart off of the wicks, not the candle bodies. And they'll use that as support and resistance. Yeah, I'm starting to wondering how in the heck the other, issue I have now is I got to worry about my party. So how am I going to do the party? Because the party gets all changed. Because I know a lot of people, because they DM me and they text me about coming to the party, that it was really based upon having a $10 XRP, that they really couldn't book the party until we had a $10 XRP. It's like, yeah, I can book it once we have a $10 XRP. So it starts to cut it awfully close, because now we're only 4 months away from it. Literally 4 months, 120 days from the party. So now that becomes a real task and an issue for me, how I'm going to pull that off if we don't have a $10 XRP, or if $10 XRP does not happen till the end of March or the second week of April. And then I'm like 2 weeks out from the party. So that really creates some challenges. And I think I talked about last week, the only thing I think about doing is that then it becomes more of people that are here in the US can attend a lot easier than people from other different countries, so, and maybe even more so from people that are in the Southeast or a little bit closer flying areas that they don't have to fly as far, drive as far, that they're within, can make quick plans. So we shall see. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll be having a party regardless, but now I got to rethink it. I got to totally rethink what I'm doing, how to make it a success for the party, and more importantly, a success in terms of raising money to tunnels, to towers foundation, because I really have one mission, that is to crash, that is to break their record, whatever the record is. I want to be the new record holder, and that was my mission from day one. It's not just to raise money for them, but to have the largest fundraising event that they've had since they had inception. Or at least I don't know how far they go back tracking, but at least for the last 2 years. I said, so big challenges for me. It's just one more thing I got to worry about. It's like I got too much stuff, but we'll figure it out. If we have a $10 XRP, then I'm sure that, I hope, with a handful of people, just even as a smaller group, we can make that put a dent for them. No, I'm locked into that party date. I actually got to stroke the check. I got to pay for it. So I had to put some money down on it, and now the tab comes due. And that's all right. I just, there is a second party, tentatively. But I haven't made, that's the yacht party in Miami, but I haven't really done any concrete thing on it, just for a lot of different reasons. Because one, no price action movement, no settlement. The first party was to celebrate a $10 XRP, and the second party is to celebrate a $40 XRP, which is tentatively set for November of 2023. So I'll just have to play it. Booze Cruise. Yeah. That could be a while. There's like two different boats I can rent. One I can rent would be more the Booze Cruise, and the other one's just like top of the food chart. It's like one of the best yachts made out there, and so it would have to be totally and have to just be, could not have I'd be on the You know how like if you rent a hotel room and then it gets all messed up, then you got to pay for it. So think about that with one of the most expensive yachts built. My throat's a little scratchy. So yeah, I'll this weekend I'll probably write them a note and see what I can do, and see if they will actually listen, because they haven't listened the first time. I've had some other issues with them. I've tried to resolve twice, and it just landed on deaf ears. So I'm not real optimistic, but I was going to start a new channel anyway, which is the channel that will be hosting the party. It's almost 8:30. Yeah, this channel's not grabbing a lot of folks. You know, so if it was on XRP, obviously that's a testament, because I got 1,200 followers over on the XRP Bush. So yeah, I will try to go get XRP Bush channel back over the weekend, because that's a big difference. Because I got 1,200 followers. You know, that's not a huge amount, but still, that's pretty decent. You know, and I was really wanting to start making regular videos too. And lo and behold, out of the blue, we're going to drop your channel. There were a couple of people. There's 4 people in here now, but maybe not all 4 can. I'm not my upbeat cheery self. Oh no, I'm sorry I'm sorry about that, Fernando. Actually, I'm pretty excited. I've been looking at cars today and shopping. I cannot wait. I cannot begin. And I mean, for obvious reasons, I've been walking around for like 7 months now. And then I can't begin to tell you how hard it was when I had stitches in my foot and I was walking. I had to walk around with stupid stitches in my foot. So yeah, I can't tell you how I'm really excited. I can't wait. As soon as I have a car, then that opens up a lot of doors, and especially if I have a sexy car. So I'm really kind of excited. So, and I think a lot is just what you mentioned, Fernando. I feed off of like when we got a lot of, it's like normally if we were on XRP Bush, we'd be popping. The comments are flying, and it gets like, you know how it was last couple of weeks. It's like every single week, it was like getting better, getting better, getting better. We always have new people in, and comments would be flying left and right, and we were like having a blast. But now, since you can see, you know, with that being cut off at the neck, it really lowers, because now I always just feed off what the comments come in. So that has a lot to do with it as well. So I'm sitting here and I was like, okay, I'm having to carry the conversation. Whereas what's so fun is over on XRP Bush, so many comments are coming in and ideas are coming in, and I'm writing, you know, ideas and suggestions on my notepad, which I have ready. But I am cheery. So, because I can't wait, because you know what that's going to mean for my my new single life. So I'm ready to. I'm ready. 7 months. I've been 7 months, 8 months, going on 8 months, dry. So yeah, I'm ready to flirt and invite women into my life. So just I'm bumping to young lady. So she can't. Let's tell her to put in Bitcoin Bush. And YouTube, tell her to put in Bitcoin Bush. 2 words. Bitcoin and then Bush. Or it might be 1 word. Hang on. Just 1 word. Just put in Bitcoin Bush in YouTube. Then she'll see it. But if she puts in Bitcoin Bush, she should see it. It's got the space shuttle. I thought she popped in last week. She was on it briefly last. on this one. I was hoping Cap would drop by, see what he's got to say. See if we can pick his ear. He always has something interesting to say. Daniel's going to drop in. Daniel up in Georgia can drop in. Crap. My old channel. Daniel from Georgia may drop in. He said he was trying to find the channel as well. He's just letting me know he couldn't find the channel. So he just sent me a note that says, man, I missed it again. I said, no, I'm still live. But you made me realize, Fernando, yeah, that's a big problem with the XRP Bush being taken down. That has stifled. Oh, excuse me for yawning. There you are. What's up, Daniel? Cheers, my friend, my brother from another mother, up in Georgia. How are you? Is it cold enough for you up there? I imagine it is chilly near Chattanooga. We're even cold here. We got a wind chill advisory. We're at 37 for our low. 5 degrees. I would not last. We'll probably feel like we're 37. It's going to be our low, and it will feel like it's 32 or so with the wind chill. Good Lord Almighty. I cannot handle 5. Well, if it makes you feel better, it's 0 degrees in Tokyo, but they're sunny. If Dane Brown is still around, kind of fun. We got 5 if we can get Amy in here. Just talking about Daniel, it's like, it's a cold 70. I like that. That's my type of cold. Next Friday, we're going to be close to 69. Ha ha. I bet you'll enjoy that. That's a big difference between 5 and 69 for sure. I was just saying, Daniel, Fernando pointed out that, YouTube, they closed down my XRP Bush channel for copyright reasons, which is crazy because I've only been doing live streams for 8 months. I haven't even done a video that has any content in it. So I couldn't get a copyright strike. And out of the blue, it's like, your channel's closed. So I am going to reach out to him. I doubt if it will work, but I'm going to reach out to him all the same, because I was saying on my YouTube channel, I got about 1,200 subscribers, and you can see the difference with what I get here. It's like we'd have a lot more people over on the other one. And I'm starting, there's a whole new one. Like when I have the XRP Bush party in April, which I was talking about earlier, it's like, I do not know what the price of XRP is going to be by then, how long it's going to take to get $10. Really needed a $10 XRP. Really need a $10 XRP, quite frankly, in January to pull off, to get to, in order, because there's so many people that be flying from different parts of the world to get to the party. They kind of need to make plans in advance. So to have it 2 weeks before the party, that ain't going to work. So I'm hoping that maybe we see settlement and a $10 XRP in January. That would give me at least February, March, April, about 90 days for other people to make plans to fly if they're coming from Japan or some other place or Brazil to get here. And not to mention all the other extra planning to have to go. And plus, then I can see about trying to buy my damn building. And I'd really prefer a $28 XRP to buy my building. April 29th and April 30th. Tentatively, it's a 2-day party. So I have the community center. It's for a party for 500 people. Going to have live music, dinner, hors d'oeuvres, everything. It's going to be insane. And actually now I don't have to wait on $10 XRP because, happy to say, Daniel, I get the, it's like I had some good stuff happen, waiting to get some fiat positions. So I got one coming in next Friday. So excited. So I get to back up the truck. I got to check with the wife. Sure thing. That's I fully understand. So one is I get to buy the dip. 35 cents, I'm happy. That's almost $3-4 XRP. I'll buy that till I'm blue in the face, but I think we could go a little bit lower and I could get XRP like at 30 cents, 25 cents, down to 20 cents, maybe even 17 cents again. But anyway, that's one. So anyway, and then plus with that kind of cash infusion, I really need to spend a lot more money and time and effort on the party because there's a lot of stuff I'm doing with it. So I'll be able to do that with that extra cash infusion, which comes next week. And then I got another one like the first week of January. So I'm super excited, which is why I'm shopping for a car. Christmas comes late for me. So, but Christmas also comes for me. So I'm shopping for Santa's sled, which is another name for my car. I always had a friend of mine called a car sled. I like your sled. So I'm shopping for a new sled. So I can't wait. So it'll be a nice head turner. Not exactly what I would buy. I'm going to hold off for the really one I want to buy, but I don't want to part with either cash or XRP for the one I really want, which I will get. I'd buy it with a $4 XRP. Ford Pinto, you're close. It's an AMC Pacer. I'll admit it's an AMP. I'm torn between the AMC Pacer and the Cube and the Gremlin. I don't know which one to go. The Pinto's a good one. That's tried and true. We got 7 people showed up. Somehow we popped up to 7. So we got some other new people that are in here. If you just popped in the last moment or two, and you can, say hey, just write hi. What's up? So we can see who recognize everybody's in here so I can raise my glass. Although I haven't finished beer number 2, and I'll stop there. I have. When do I think the court case will end? I drive a giant Tundra. Nice. That's sweet. The girls love that. Far as what I think, my first bet is with James Finland of Finland Law, or Finland, how you want to pronounce it. And he says settlement or summary judgment no later than March 31st or before. Okay. Do I think it's going to happen in December? I don't think it's going to happen this month. I do think there's an outlying chance it could happen in January. I'm hoping, God, I really cross my fingers it happens in January. But that's kind of like my best guess is now like between January and March, probably more heavy weighted towards the end of March, like because of James Finland. He's not a young guy. He's been around the block a while. So he's like a seasoned guy. And he probably has a good inside loop being the lawyer for, Ripple. And then, 10% chance that it goes, and it's not until like the end of June, which Brad Garlinghouse said, hey, I hope it's settled by Q1, Q2 at the latest. And, so I don't think it will hit that. They'll go as late as June. Q2 could be, first week in April or second week in April. So that could happen too. So maybe it's not the end of March, but it's April 10th, April 15th, somewhere around there. So but I sure as hope, man, I really pray that we get it like in January, because I really got so much stuff like with the party and other things on deck. I need that time. I need that. That would give me, those 90 days are invaluable for me to be able to make, to get stuff together, because the party's real important to me. Amy found the live stream, but it won't let her type anything. Tell her there might be a delay. Just let her know like it may take 30 seconds for that delay, and I apologize for that. And tell her we'll try to get the old channel back or pop up the new one, either or. So I'm ready to launch the new one anyway, because that's tied into the party. Even though I'm like, my position, all you guys know is I'm like 98% of my bags are XRP. But I was just making down this list. I really am going to diversify, especially with the backup the truck, take some decent sized positions. And I made this list. I'm not sure of all these, because the ones that I had on my list that I was going to do, it's like I already mentioned, when some of them are not on this list. Like I'm going to buy some more Songbird. Songbird's a great price. It's like something stupid, like a penny or a penny and a half. So, and of course, Flare's not out yet, but depending upon what Flare pops out at, I may, add more to my Flare position in addition to what I get dropped. But before, this is what I was going to do on my own. Is of course XRP, XLM, Songbird, XDC, which I have, HBAR, which I have, but I want to add bigger positions. Casper, which I have, I want to add bigger position. So those are like the major ones. And yeah, did I say HBAR? Yeah. So those are my core ones, but some of the ones I may look at, which I do not have positioned. Quant's definitely one. IOTA's definitely one, because they're an algo, because all three, algo and IOTA are both in the ISO 200. So, but I just have to look at them because I haven't really looked at charts on those. But Quant, I definitely want to take a position, provided that it's not kind of already pumped out. But there's some other ones that were kind of interesting that I do not have that were brought to my attention. Ones which I heard a lot about, like AVAX, Chainlink, LCX, which someone pitched that to me back a year and a half ago, and Alliance Block. And you hear King Solomon talk about Alliance Block. And one that wasn't on this list, but also talked about and actually made a huge run already before, was ICP, which is Internet Computer Protocol. And just for fun, I have Casino Coin. That's just kind of a fun one. It's like, you can buy that. I thought, well, it'd be a lot of fun to have to hold 1 million Casino Coins. I actually think it will hit $1 at some point, and so you'll have, $1 million. It may take 5 years to get there, but it's a kind of fun coin to have. And it's like super cheap. I got like 100,000 Casino Coin, and I could buy it even cheaper. So that's like one just for fun. But then the last one is one I made my huge gain on, which was Gala Coins. And Gala Coins, I got a 10x on, and then it actually went to do a 60x, which I missed out. Oh, Solo. Yeah, I do have Solo, and Solo's the one I want to add a bigger position in as well. I got a little bit of Corium, and I think Corium's, they're like still doing these drops, and I have such little Corium because I got it for free, and I see it up over on my BitTrue account, and it's like enough to buy a Zagnut candy bar, right? So, but I haven't followed and determined if I wanted to go heavy into Corium. Solo, I definitely wanted to take a good sized position in Solo. And then Gala, I wanted to go back into that just because, once again, I think it will be one of these coins that hit $1. And right now, it almost retraced back to close to where I bought in. I think I bought in at like a 0.013, and I think it's like at 5 cents now. And it shot all the way up. It went up to like 60 cents. So at 5 cents, it's still a 10x, 12x to reach its all-time high. And then at 5 cents, and if you're looking at it to be $1 at some point, that's a nice return. So that's a 40x. That's a 40x. 40x would take all day long. So, and there was another one that I had. There was one that was, when the metaverse was going crazy. ADA, ADAX, I'm big on. ADAX, I'm not familiar with. ADA, I had. And you know what's kind of watered down my enthusiasm for ADA? You know the answer to this. Charles Hoskinson. He's left such a bitter taste in my mouth with his vitriol and hatred that he spewed out on the XRP community. I'm like, what is he thinking? Has he not learned when to shut his mouth and shut his trap? Because, the first time around, I understood. And I was like, okay, I empathize with this guy. But then he was like a dog on a bone, and he would not shut up about it. And it's almost like he was trying to get attention or to stir things up. There's some kind of other hidden agenda. I couldn't figure it out, but it was just really bizarre. It became bizarre to me, So, when he was going, I'll wash my hands of you XRP. Well, he discounts all the XRP people that love ADA and have ADA bags. He's going to alienate them. Wow, sitting on a ton? Oh, wow. Are you up huge on that? You got to be up huge if you bought it in 2018. Man, what did you buy at? Because I got ADA at like 25 cents or 18 cents. What were you buying in at when you got it? Had to have been like pennies. Pennies? 2 cents? Jeez. No, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous at all. That is awesome. Golly. Did you take any profit when it shot up to 75? I did a lot of swing trading on it. Wow. Holy cow. Man, you are an early adopter. James Mule, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Glad you could pop your head in. Everybody, welcome James Mule from Vancouver. How's the weather out there, brother? Man, VET at 0.0018. There was some other coin I got it's AMI. AMI, when the whole metaverse thing was popping, and I took a big position in it. It was kind of hard to buy. It was a metaverse token, and the reason why I got it, because it actually did have a tie-in with Disney. And Disney was like doing their NFTs. And it was pumping when everything was pumping with the metaverse, stuff like that. And it was so funny because I bought a big chunk and it already had mooned a little bit. And I looked at it and I thought, no, I don't want to hold it. I sold it all. And I'm really glad I did because it dumped. So I just had this gut instinct, was like looking at the charts and stuff. And I was like, because everybody's going, oh, it's going to go higher. 800 to 3,200 when I became a whole corner. That's crazy. Man, Daniel, you must be like you're going to be generational wealth, one of these like soon to be billionaires. ETH at $78. Wow. Unbelievable entry points. I got in November, XRP November 2020. I got into Bitcoin October 2020, end of 2020, just about. But I got, I had ETH and I sold it. I was doing a lot of I was doing so much trading when I got in. I was kind of fearless. Did good with it too. And I thought I was late then. Golly. I bought my Bitcoin at 10K and I sold it at 20K. And I rotated it into XRP. And then XRP did a 3X. That's when it went from 25 to 75. But I didn't sell it though, because then the SEC case coming. That's just actually the thing I already mentioned. When I got into crypto, I was just playing with like casino money. Like, if you go to a casino, you take $500 if you lose it. Yeah. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So it's just like, kind of like fun money. Casino money. So that's what I was playing with for Bitcoin and XRP. But then when I saw XRP do that 300X, and I started watching videos, and the fact that I wrote banking, I used to write bank software for Bank of America. I'm like, I got to see what's going on here. So that's when I dropped everything I was doing. Just stopped any other work endeavors. And I just, from then for the last 2 years, just crypto. So by the time I figured out what XRP was doing, the problem they were solving with Ripple, Then when I started to put in my real money, XRP I was buying the top at 75 and 60, more like 67. I was buying the top between 60 and 55 cents and 65 cents. So I was putting all my big bucks. And then the lawsuit came, and I just bought her all the way down to 17 cents, all the way back up. You know what I can't believe? This will make you guys crack you up, because I was watching on someone had a tweet, might have been eGrag or Crypto Bull, but they're talking about the price of XRP ever since its inception, and every single year it's was really low in the beginning, but then you get to these years that it was more like 25 cents, right around 25.30, and all these years right in that area. And then you have the outlier, which is the Christmas of 21. It was 90 cents. 90 cents. I think it was Christmas 21. Might have been anyway. And it just sticks out with a sore thumb, because here we are this next Christmas. I guess it was last Christmas. I wish I could find it. Maybe it was last Christmas. It was last Christmas. Christmas of 21. It was 90 cents. And then we made that run all the way up to $1. Got to run. I'm at the Christmas party. Have fun. Thanks for dropping by, yelling at me. Have fun. Christmas party sounds fun. Man, I want to come up and hang out at your party. Have a lot of fun. Have a great weekend too. Yes, sir. So James Mule, what you got for me, brother? Tell me something I do not know. And get me excited and pumped, okay? And Amy, I know you can't leave a comment, but cheers to you, dear. I know you must be out there. I think you are, because we still have 6 in the bush house. I really got to fix that. That really kind of pisses me off now, knowing that the effect of the canceling of my XRP Bush channel. The audacity. But yeah, I am going to wrap it up. Been going a little bit over. Not much news on this end. We got a foot of snow. Wow, but it's finally melting. Wow, I bet it's beautiful. That's got to be breathtaking. You ready for Christmas? No $10 XRP for Christmas. It's been pretty nice, but I'm okay if it melts, LOL. Yeah, I bet. It's kind of like a pro and a con. Tequila time for you. Pretty close. Yeah, and about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, James, because I'm not Christmas, but I'm car shopping starting on Friday. And I cannot wait to buy a fun, sexy sled to drive around. So I've been spending all day looking at cars. I kid you not. So I'm so pumped, because it's been, if you don't know, I sold my car. It's too long-winded and stuff. Because when I sold my car, I didn't need a car, because I was married at the house and my wife had a car, and then my son, who's about to turn 21, I bought him a Mustang for his graduation. So he had a Mustang. So, and I could literally, it's quicker. I could just walk to the bank, the library, everything's just right there on the island. So, and I like to walk 5 miles a day anyway. I'd like to get a lot of exercise in for my heart. So I didn't need a car. And then, and if I needed it for some reason, I could use my wife's Cadillac ATS or my son's Mustang, go off island and get groceries, whatever I had to do. But then after my marital status changed and I moved here, it became a different story. So what turned in, I didn't think I'd be without a car that long. And the reason why is because I thought at the very latest, when I sold my car, I forgot, it's like in April or something last year, because everything was tied into Flare. And Flare was going to launch in June or July of that summer, of this past summer. That's when they were supposed to launch. And one of the things I knew that would happen was when Flare launched, I'd have a passive income stream that would come in every single month. That was like the bomb. I mean, I'd get a big chunk that would come in, and then every single month I get a nice big chunk. So right away, if it just on my flare drop, I could go buy a car and buy another car if I wanted. But they changed the rules. Not only did it not launch, as we well know, and I thought with launch of Flare, we would have the settlement. That didn't happen. BC Backer thought there was going to settlement. Didn't happen. So so not only did it not launch, but then they changed the rules with Flare, and they said, okay, if you sell any of your Flare of your 15%, you're not getting the rest of the 85%. So that was a game changer too. So I can't sell my 15% anyway. And then I thought, okay, worst case scenario, I only have to wait till September. By September, that's not bad. That's about time I was moving into my new, where I live, my new place. And I thought, okay, so as soon as I move my new place, I don't have a car and buy a car right away, then I can start going out having fun, going out at night. No, I thought, well, September didn't happen. I thought, okay, it'll happen in November, very latest November, for a lot of different reasons. The Hinman emails, no. Christmas latest, no. So that just explains my unbelievable excitement about finally getting a car. And to make matters worse, not during this time I did not have my car, James. I sliced open my foot. I thought I hit an artery. This was right. I guess it's about the time I was moving out, and didn't hit an artery, but I got several stitches, and so I had to hop around on a bum leg. It was crazy. Isn't that the truth? How we got into where you are? You're very fortunate. You've only been in a year. It's so funny because Daniel, he just stepped out. He's right above you. You'll see his comments. He got in 2018. If you read the comments above, you see the price points that he got to buy in at. Absolutely crazy. Insane prices that he got. He got to buy like ADA for like 0.003 cents or something like that. So, and just like I said, if you got in now and you're right here at XRP at 35 cents, so golden. It's just a perfect time. So, and then I'm blessed too, because I get to back up truck and add to my position. So all the while this has taken longer and longer and longer, as fate would have it, I was able to parlay some of my other assets and then able to really add. I'll be able to basically probably double my bags, if not triple my bags from where I'm at, provided, it's like, as long as we don't have settlement, it's like some predict we could have settlement like, around January 3rd, something like that. But I get to take action at the end of this month, and then also right around about the second week of January, I get to take another position. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Such and let's just hope our payoff is finally here. I know you only been a year, but there's so many people. I don't know how people have waited who got in 2017, 2018. I don't know if I could have stood that bearable bull. He got in 2017. He watched it. He probably bought in just like BC Backer at like 0.03 or 0.003. I mean, some crazy, insane, a penny, and watched it go all the way up to 384 and watched it went all the way down. But it gets better. He's holding his bags, and then the second time around, he watches it go all the way up to $1.80 this last time, where it didn't, and all the way back down. And he was kicking himself twice for not taking some off the top, and you can hear it. So, it happens to the best of us. So, but anyway, so there's always like a silver lining. If you can add to your position, oh man, that's just grand, because this is it's just a gift. As much as the weight sucks, it's such a gift, and so I'm really excited that I would not have thought that I'd be in, and actually I didn't think it was going to happen. I'd be able to add to my position. The reason why is because we just had the hurricane here, and that was another thing. I was like, was so crazy. I had stitches in my foot. I had to move into my new place, which up a flight of stairs. I moved all my office furniture by myself with stitches in my foot and heavy stuff, couches, desks, chairs. And I didn't ask my sons because it'd just take too long. They're just like great sons, but also they move like snails, and they can both be kind of not as proactive as I'd like them to be. And then we had the hurricane. And after the hurricane, I thought, no, I'm not going to have another chance to buy the dip, because when the hurricane came here in Florida, it was just like everything ground to a halt. And it was a nightmare for weeks upon weeks. I'm doing is adding. I'm sure I will make these same mistakes, although seeing as how things pump. You know, I'll say when partying, one of the best things, because I am going to scoot. It's almost 9. I'll say one of the best things I did is actually, you know, learning how to trade was good. Knowing how to trade is good. But the best strategy, and this actually statistically beats trading, trying to time tops and bottoms, is just a dollar cost average. Especially when, you know, if you look at fibs levels, if you're always just dollar cost averaging around certain lower fib levels and not the higher ones. So you don't want to buy green candles, you want to buy red candles. But by the same token, it's like, even if we were a green candle at 35 cents, I would take it, because it's XRP $3-4 on a token that will be worth $10, that's a 30x. $100, that's a 300x. $1,000, that's a 3,000x. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, hey, that's a hell of an investment. And with that said, Fernando, hope I have kicked it up a notch, and you can probably tell with a couple other people falling in. I went from all work makes Jack a dull boy to not being so dull near the end of this. I kind of got my second wind, and thanks to you guys popping in. So have a great weekend. Yes, I do. Yeah. And if you're around, are you working now, Fernando? No, you're not. You wouldn't be working. You're not working. Anyway, I'm going to be up in Twitter. Probably I'm going to do a few things, but yeah, I'll be up in Twitter a little bit. Yeah. So any of you guys hanging out on Twitter, I'll keep a lookout for your tweets, and I'll probably get raucous in about an hour. Going to do some stuff for a while. I might even take that walk, because I get antsy, even though it's cold as hell. I think I may bundle up and just get a little quick walk, just to kind of get invigorated and see what it's like to feel 32 degrees while we have it. So see you guys later on Twitter. Have a great weekend. If not, have a Merry Christmas too.